Now let's go through and actually get OpenVAS configured so that we can actually use it to scan our network. This process is going to take some time, and I'll let you know when I'll pause the video and give you a rough idea of how long it's taking me to actually get the different parts configured. All right, so let me move this over here. We can get this out of the way. I'm going to grab this terminal here, and what we're going to do is just simply go through and grab each of these as we need them. So the first one we'll grab is right here. We're going to have OpenVAS go and check for a certificate. And we'll come back over here, paste it in our window. All right, as you can see, OpenVAS has created the certificates that we need. Here are the locations where the certificates are. The next thing we're going to do, and this is one of those ones that will take a little time. Next thing we'll be doing is updating the NVTs, or network vulnerability tests, and this is the one where there's thousands of these that have been built over many years, and even though there are older ones involved here, they're still viable for what we need to do. I'm going to paste that one there too, and I'll press enter here. Now once again, this is going to take probably about 5 minutes to actually complete, so I'm going to pause it here for a second. Actually, that did not take as long as I thought it would, so it was pretty quick. As you can see, there's quite a few things that were updated when I did that. And the list goes back quite a far way. All right, so let's go over and grab the next line here. Here we're going to test to see if we have the client certificate, and if it's not there, OpenVAS will create it for us. So let's clear the screen here and paste that in there. Okay, and don't be thrown, but it is printable in Germany. In Berlin is the where the certificate is actually being signed from. We can change that if we want to. Not a big deal right at the moment. Let's just see if we can get OpenVAS up and working. Now, as I said earlier, OpenVAS is made up of a bunch of different daemons, and we're going to stop the manager and the scanner here. So what I'll do is I'll just go over here, and we're going to actually cd into etc.init.d. And from in here, we'll actually stop those. So we'll do an OpenVAS here. Okay, so as you can see, it's not showing up in my path. So if I do an ls in here, that's way too much. How about ls open star? Okay, and there are the ones that we want, Open Manager and the scanner right there. So what we'll need to do is put a // to say, here's where they are. You're going to run them from right in here, and then we'll type open. And the first one we will stop, following the directions. We're going to stop the manager and then the scanner. Oh yeah, I gotta type it all in there. Once again, if tab completion is not working for you whenever you try to do this, you know to stop. And you're typing something wrong there, so we'll stop that one. So we've stopped that, and then we'll just go for the scanner. And we'll stop that also. Next, what we're going to do is rebuild the database. So we're going to start the scanner. So we'll do that by running OpenVAS SD. Now, this is where you can see the number of packages, or I should say tests, that are available. There's close to 37,000 possible tests that this system, this OpenVAS can run through for vulnerabilities. And this will also take some time to run through, so I'll pause the video. Once we get near the end, I'll start it up again. Alrighty, so we're almost finished with the 36,000 plus plugins that are loading. Once that is done, what we'll do next is come over and tell OpenVAS to rebuild its database. We'll paste that in there. Once again, this is going to take a few minutes. Everything, it varies from anywhere from a minute to 7 minutes to download, configure, load the various plugins, and update the database. And my system is a fairly fast system, so be aware that it may take some time. Don't be thrown if it seems really slow. It just really depends on your network connection. Alrighty, so we'll go through this. And once again, this is going to take some time. I'll pause the video. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Next, what we'll do is go through the syncing of the data for OpenVAS, and these will definitely take a little bit of time. You can expect the SCAP data sync to take the longest out of everything that we've done so far. So this one will be a while. Let's go back in there. I'm going to clear my screen now so we can get out of here. Control L. Paste it in there. And as you can see, if you watch this as it's going by on your screen, you'll notice that a lot of them reference dates 2002, 2003, all the way up to, and you can see that happening now. You actually see that taking place right here, 2002, 5, 6. These are all the different plugins, vulnerabilities that OpenVAS knows about. And even though there are older ones, it'll get to 2014 in a few minutes. There are quite a few of the older ones that are still valuable to have. So I'm going to pause this. This will definitely take some time. Alrighty, well that took a little time and it finished, and now we're going to move on to the next part of the update. And we're going to sync the cert data for OpenVAS. We'll grab that and paste that in. Once again, it's going to take a few moments to complete, and once it's done, I'll be back. Okay, we're almost there, almost finished. Next thing what we're going to do is have the system test to see if there's a OpenVAS admin, and if there isn't one, we'll create it and give it a password. Once again, this is the root, if you will, of OpenVAS. Let's clear that out there, paste it in here. Comes right back, asks for a password. This is going to be different than your root password. For security purposes, I would do it that way anyway. And then what we'll do next is just go through the process of basically stopping and then restarting OpenVAS, and we should be good to go from there. Alrighty, so we'll run a kill all SD. Make sure that that's done, and then we will start up the manager, the scanner, the manager, and restart the administrator and this GSA, or Greenbone Security Assistant. That's actually how we interface with OpenVAS through a web browser. There is a client-based utility that doesn't really work very well, so default way to do it is through the graphical interface. Alright, so we're going to go with OpenVAS Scanner first. And we'll start that. And then after that is done, we'll restart the manager next. Once again, don't be concerned if things seem to hang a little bit. They're not. It just takes a little time. This is a very complex piece of software, and it takes a little bit of time to get it up and going. Alright, so next we will restart the manager, or start the manager. Alright, manager's up, and then we'll restart the administrator. And lastly, we'll restart the Greenbone Security Assistant. Excellent. So now all we have to do is just open up a web browser and point it to this port right there, 9392. And we can actually, if we do a netstat at this point, and we'll grep for 93, what we should see are the ports that OpenVAS is listening on. And here they are. These are the ports that the various daemons are listening on. This is the one where the Greenbone Assistant will be found, so we can use that to get to that.